Good evening, citizens. Maxwell here with a very special episode of The Joy of Trooping. Now, tonight's episode, we're going to be doing something a little bit different than we usually do, and we're going to be weathering this piece of armor for a remnant Imperial biker scout as seen in The Mandalorian. And being a very special episode, I have a special guest with me tonight. This is one of the critters that my family and I like to take care of. Now, the painting techniques that we use, we're going to be applying a lot of pressure onto the canvas. So you need to be sure that you have a secure painting surface. I would hate for your easel to collapse on you when you paint, because then everything's going to fall and it's going to make a huge mess everywhere. That's one of the reasons why I'm using this old stepladder tonight. The other reason I'm using a stepladder is because, well, I never knew my real ladder. Now here in a little bit, you're going to go ahead and see the colors that we're using tonight. They're going to scroll across the bottom of the screen, and they'll be in the same order that I have them in my paint palette. To prep our piece tonight, I went ahead and took some burnt sienna paint with a real big brush and just covered the whole thing. Now, I was pretty sloppy about it because I then went back with a paper towel and just rubbed the paint off. But I worked from top to bottom. That way you get these nice details in here in the recesses. And it's those recesses where we're going to go ahead and apply our weathering. Now, I'm going to go ahead and start with some burnt umber paint, load up my brush good, and I'm just going to go ahead and get it. Okay, before we load up our brush, we want to make sure it's good and clean. So I'll go ahead and dip it in some paint cleaner down here. Then we're just going to go and keep the rubber right out of it. I love that sound. All right, we'll load up with some burnt umber here. I'm going to start here in the middle, and we'll just go ahead and slowly start this. All right, citizens, we're back. Now, this time I've made sure to secure our piece to the canvas so it won't be going anywhere. We're going to go, and we're going to paint. Welcome back, citizens. Now remember, there's no such thing as a problem. They're just happy little accidents. All right, let's load up our brush with some of that nice dark burnt umber color. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to start working it right in the
Oh, by the Emperor's... Are you... Dang, Varric! Well, friends, I guess this brings us to the end of our time together. I sure hope that you've enjoyed working on this project just as much as I have. I want to thank you for joining us tonight, but more importantly, I'd like to thank Bob for everything that he's done for us. For the Empire,